So real quick, I was going through my old Facebook, and while I was going through, I was looking for something that I needed, and I happened to just stumble upon some old pictures, and they were all pictures of food, right? When I was married, and and in my head, I'm like, okay, these are the type of foods that I would come home after work, right? I play with my kids, then I would be the one that would cook the dinner. I was that guy that women are like, well, I gotta stay with the kids. It's my time off, right? So, right, I get it. So I would cook dinner. Plus, she couldn't cook. So
Ooh,
I mean, whatever. Hey,
jab.
hey, man, I don't care, man. It's me and my people. Keeping it real, right? So I would give her break. Even though I worked all day too. But these were foods that I looked at, and these were like, okay, these are my home cooked meals. These are the meals that are staples in my head. These are meals like, oh, my kids will have staple meals. They'll love these type whatever, right? And it in the reel, I show the food that I was eating, as in like my home cooked meals. Obviously, don't show the fast food and all the junk food, right? Obviously, because we all do. Not anymore, but that was happening. You get 400 pounds, there was some junk food in there, right? But these are the meals that I thought were good home cooked meals. And then I passed a couple of pictures, and I'm like, wow, this was the food I was eating, and this is how I looked, right? And then I downloaded those pictures, and I was like, huh. And then I looked at my phone, and then I looked at like the gourmet meals or the meals that I would make at home. Like for the most part, I eat salads and I just eat regular plain vegetables. Like I don't go crazy. But the things that I post are the pretty things, right? These are the things that I would make at home, right? If I had a girl and I'm like, oh, baby, come on over. We're going to have dinner. This is the type of food I would make her. And it was a comparison to the steaks and the pork chops and stuff that you're about to see. And then I was like, well, then look at me now. Look at my current pictures. And it just is like it was, and this is so obvious, but to me, it was just like, bruh, the food that we think that is good for us, the food that we think that it's okay, it's not, right? Like I had to go from one extreme to the other extreme, right, in order for me to really kind of like deal with my issues. And I think that a lot of people have this thought process of moderation, because that's what we've been taught. Like, oh, well, you can have it just in moderation. Like, let's be honest, most of us don't have the ability to moderate. If I put a whole you're gonna see some ribeye, right? I mean, if I put a whole ribeye on your plate, you're gonna eat the whole thing. Moderation will say, oh no, cut it in half and then eat the rest tomorrow, right? Or make me a smaller one. But most of us don't have the ability to do that. So I couldn't. It wasn't working for me.
It's
And
not. It's not realistic.
it's not
It's
realistic.
almost like playing with fire.
Right. So I just was looking at the food, and I'm like, okay, there's rice. Oh, there's potatoes. Oh, there's this, there's that. And it's like when you first look at it, depending on where you're at in your journey, you're gonna be like, that looks good, right? And that's okay. But my job, our job, is to let you know that if you want to get to a place that in your mind is your ultimate person, like not where you think you can just make it to. I'm talking about your ultimate person. You're going to have to make much bigger changes, and they're not going to be temporary. They're going to have to be complete lifestyle changes to where you now change the way you think about food. And I would never eat these dishes again in totality. Obviously, there's some vegetables in there too, because what I'm saying, I was still thinking I was doing decent.
Let's take a look at the.
Well, I
food.
know. I just wanted to, what I mean? Like, but so we'll go ahead and run it for you. But yeah, man. So I mean, what do you think? What do you think about? What do you think about all that?
I think that it's extremely common. I mean, just talking to people for so long now, people will always tell me, I don't know why y'all do this. I'm curious to know, why do y'all do this? Y'all will reach out to me. We'll do a consultation, whatever. And within that interaction, you will tell me how healthy you are. Like people always do this. Chris, I changed my diet. I'm eating healthy now. You don't give me no specifics.
Ain't no details.
You don't give me no specifics. You just be like, I'm eating better now. I'm eating healthy now. And I always got to be like, well, what is healthy?
Oh my God. That's
like, I literally, y'all crack me up with that.
Not y'all, man. Not y'all, just in totality.
I'm just saying in general, when I interact with people, it's not a bad thing. I find it interesting that people tend to do the same thing. We talk the same way.
Yeah.
It's almost like, okay, I'm talking to a quote unquote health guru. And so I'm going to put my best foot forward. I don't need to know about all the good changes.
I need to know the bad stuff.
I need you to tell me what's the bad stuff that you're still doing right now.
Yeah, that's good.
And what happens is when we start going down this itemized list, because if you messing with me, look, I'm not about to let you get away with, oh yeah, I eat healthy now and da da da. Once we go into that itemized list, I find out what healthy is. And it's like, I'm going to eat more salads. What kind of salads? What do you put on your salad?
Oh, potato salad.
Oh, it's Cobb salad. I get my salad, got the green, got some eggs in there. Those are good for you, right? And then, what kind of dressing are you using? It comes with like what? Ranch dressing?
Ranch and blue cheese, baby. Always got to get the creamy.
It's like, so basically you took, and this is not shade, y'all.
It's not shade.
This is not shade at all. But this is just the reality. I just want y'all to understand because it's a mindset thing. You basically took some vegetables and some fruits, and you smothered it with a whole bunch of unhealthy stuff.
Sugar.
So it's like if you take an apple, right? If you take an apple, everybody knows an apple is a healthy food, right? Okay, reasonably speaking. And you take that apple and you put a stick into it. Shove a stick right up that apple, right?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You shove a stick right up that apple. And then you take that apple with the stick and you dip it in a candy coating. And then before it dries, you hit it with some nuts and you hit it with some sprinkles and you hit it with some chocolate or whatever else that you want. And you now have a candied apple. You are not going to sit up here and tell me that this is a health food.
Yeah, what you mean? It's an apple, Chris.
Right? It started off as a healthy food and then you smothered it with a whole bunch of unhealthy stuff.
It don't work no more.
So we have to understand. And when I look at your reel, I know I'm exaggerating a little bit. Really, but not really.
I mean, you're
I'm being expressive. But when I look at your reel, I see what I thought, which was I see a plate of dead carcass, right? That's what the vegan, they be like, dead carcass.
They want to make you feel bad.
They want to make you feel bad. Somebody's mother's side.
Somebody's a Bambi on the plate.
You know what I'm saying? And I see it like a sweet potato, right? And that's supposed to make it better.
Yeah, but that sweet potato, you got to see but here's the thing. It was originally good,
uh-huh.
right? But then, it was it was one of our sweet potatoes.
Candy.
Bro.
You dip the apple in the candy coating.
Bro, so of course it's now just sugar. So right, and then if you look at the sauces, what's in the sauce? Sugar. There's no and then the potatoes are sometimes they're fresh, sometimes they're just out of sometimes they're instant.
Yeah.
Right, and then even the green beans. I mean, you see how green they were, how bright and vibrant they were. You would think, man,
fresh.
Them things is fresh. Yeah. No, baby, them things out the bag.
They gassed them
right out the bag.
Y'all do know they gas your food, right?
Yeah, they gas them, man. And then they flash freeze it.
They flash freeze it,
right?
And they might add some dye to it if you're not careful.
Man, them greens were green. I didn't edit those photos. There was a lot of photos. I didn't edit them.
They will dye your food.
I mean, listen, man. It's. I thought this was the reason I made it because it hit me. It's like I thought I was doing good, right? And not just what I thought was good. I thought that I was doing good. This is not just for Steven. I'm making this for my family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My 3-4-year-old daughter, like, baby, come down, sit down, eat. Like, you need to eat good.
Right.
Like, and then I look at this now as an adult of where I am, and I'm like, bro, I was literally poisoning my kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I would never eat that stuff now, but I look at it now from a different lens, and I understand what those foods are, and I'm like, bro, it's not, a lot of it is not our fault. We just don't know. Yeah. We think that we're doing the right thing. And even when we think we're doing the right thing, it's like, bro, we're so far away. Even the small changes that we make are still It's not even close to enough.
This is the thing, right? Now I've been talking about the propaganda machine lately. It's my thing now. I'm doing the propaganda machine now. We're talking about the propaganda machine. And so as you're a child, if you I want y'all to take a half a second and just go back into your childhood. If it's traumatic for you, don't do the exercise. But take a second, go back into your childhood and think about when you were in school, walking around in the school, in the lunchroom, in the hallways. Think about it for a second. I want y'all to envision, what are the posters on the wall? What are the posters on the door? What are the posters in the cafeteria room?
No.
What's on the lunch menu?
Pizza.
What's on the back of a milk carton? You know what I'm saying? What were the options they were giving you?
Dairy.
Did you go in there for breakfast?
Yeah.
What was do y'all remember when we were children, all that information on the back of a cereal box? I know y'all, if you at least 35, you read about the back of a cereal box.
What else you gonna read? We didn't have phones. What else did you read? Kids nowadays, they are lost. They are lost. We sat there and just you come down, you put your bowl down, pour the cereal in, pour your full vitamin D milk in there, maybe 2%. Right, and then you sit down with the cereal box and you read the back of the box, right, and you keep the box there, so that way when you're done, you get you another bowl.
That was your entertainment. So the question is, what were you feeding yourself? What were you feeding your mind? What was your subconscious taking in? This is the reason why, as adults, we have such an enormous issue. Our relationship with food is so bad. It's because when we were children, when we were at our most impressionable, not only were we constantly bombarded with images and imagery of bad relationships with food, but our parents didn't know any better either.
Yeah.
So it's our parents didn't even know to correct it. Be like, hey, I know you see what's on the back of that cereal box, but to be honest, it's not even a good food for you to be eating first thing in the morning. Hi, Chris James here. I hope you enjoyed that clip, and if you did, don't forget to check out the full-length video available on our playlist called Inspiring Interactions. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and make sure to join our free membership at ahacommunities.com.